What up, people? So, Ray Fisher, aka Cyborg, from the Justice League, from both Joss Whedon and the Zack Snyder version of the Justice League film that recently just came out this year. And I did my review of that film, so I will have it in the description below as well as this article. It says here, Ray Fisher says Justice League executives didn't want an angry black man at center of film. Wow. They don't want us to be heard. Ray Fisher is opening up about treatment he allegedly received on the set of Justice League and the new feature for Hollywood Reporter of the 33-year-old actor who played Victor Stone Cyborg in the Justice League film, as well as his predecessor 2016's Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice. Discusses the changes made to the film after Joss Whedon took over from director Zack Snyder during the post-production. And again, a lot of people don't know the situation between Zack Snyder about losing his daughter to suicide, and that's why he took a break from Hollywood. And when Josh took over, it pretty much just went completely downhill, and you're starting to see the actors and everybody is coming after this guy. Fisher previously accused Whedon of gross, abusive, unprofessional, and completely unacceptable behavior on set of the reshots. Whedon hasn't commented on these allegations. According to Fisher, there were discussions between producer Josh Berg and Warner Brothers production president at the time, Tobin and Burge, about not wanting an angry black man at the center of the movie. That sounds like some racist statements coming from the production team. And that right there is something that doesn't fit well with me, because when you cast a black actor to play an iconic character from the DC Comics, you gotta at least respect his work. Not the producer's work, but the actor who was portraying Cyborg. And it kind of seems like what they're doing is just flat out wrong. He went on to allege that his own creative input was continuously not taken seriously by producer and DC Films co-chairman Geoff Johns. Okay, I can't pronounce his name, but I guess I could just call him Jeff Johns and other leadership. A rep from John told THR that, on the contrary, there were always conversations about avoiding any stereotypes of race, gender, and sexuality, and that there strive with the tone of the film to add joy and hopefulness to all six superheroes. Elsewhere, Fisher explained that he felt the need to explain some of the most basic points of what would be offensive to the black community, to where Whedon, 56 years old, like his character saying a catchphrase. In this intense booyah, which Cyborg says in the animated Teen Titans series. You know, I personally felt like it would be funny to see him say those catchphrases from the cartoon series and onto a live action film. And to me, it's quite obvious to me that Josh is not only racist, but he's pretty much being disrespectful towards the cast and the actors who basically worked on this movie. And it really lets me know that if you want to be the guy from the MCU to replace Zack Snyder to create your MCU version of the Justice League, then it's obvious to me that you're not fit for the job. So that's what happened with Joss Whedon. Fisher alleged that producer Josh Berg told him over lunch, "This is one of the most expensive movies Warner Brothers has ever made. What if the CEO of AT&T has a son or daughter, and that son or daughter wants Cyborg to say booyah in the movie, and we don't have a take of that? I could lose my job. It seemed weird to have the only black character say that, Fisher told the source, but he ended up filming himself saying "booyah" allegedly under Whedon's direction, and it landed in the film. The line was subsequently cut from the Snyder version. Oh wow! So John told. So he basically was telling Ray, "Can you please say the line from the Teen Titans TV show?" And under Josh's orders, he basically said the line, and it ended up being in the original version of the Justice League movie that came out in 2017. But it's a good thing that Zack Snyder's version cut that completely out, because they don't want nothing cheesy and stupid looking line in the Snyder's cut version. So I'm glad they did that. Burr previously told Variety that it was categorically untrue that we enable any unprofessional behavior, and added that Fisher was upset about saying "booyah" as we know saying of Cyborg in the animated series. I think this is what he had to say. I'm not sure. Him or the producers never missed a story. Oh, this is what they said, the people who wrote this article. Alright, so here's what I had to say. Speaking of THR, screenwriter Chris Terrio said Fisher and Snyder 55 always consider Cyborg's story to be the heart of the movie, and he was, because I watched the film itself. Something that allegedly shifted when Whedon took over production from Zack Snyder. With a white writer and white director, we both thought have the perspective of an actor of color was really important, Terrio said. And Ray is really good with story and character, so he became our partner in creating Victor, which is a good thing. Fisher's intentional comments led Warner Media to launch an investigation into accusations of misconduct during the filming of Justice League. The investigation by Warner Media, led by former federal judge Catherine Forrest, concluded in remedial action months later. Forrest told THR in a statement that she found no credible support for claims of racial animus, of racially insensitivity. A Warner Media spokesperson told THR that the company made extraordinary effort to commendate Mr. Fisher's concerns about the investigation and to ensure its fullness and fairness, and has completely confidence in the investigation process and for its conclusions. Now, I think I'm gonna stop right here. It's obvious to me that Josh Whedon is not only a racist, but he's also a scumbag, and so Ray had every right to call him out on it. And I'm gonna do Gal Gadot's video on this as well. Ray is not the only one going through this. Gal Gadot as well. And Gal Gadot's story is far worse from Ray Fisher's story, because this is gone completely out of control. And I'm so glad that Josh Whedon was fired from Warner Brothers. And thank God Zack came in and done his version of the Snyder's Cut. And I'm glad that it turned out great. So hopefully we'll get some more Justice League movie, whether it's going to be Zack Snyder directing or a different director. But make sure that they're keeping the Zack Snyder's flavor into the Justice League. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the Ray Fisher situation. Let me know in the comments down below, and if you want the article, I will have it in the description also, as well as my video or my review of the film itself. So you know what to do, put it in the chat.